Hi everybody, I'm back. Deirdre's Reborns and Live His Life. And we have Raya Jane. Hello everybody, my little sweetheart. This is a big girl, and this is the girl I was saying I need some clothes for at the minute. This is actually her Easter outfit she has on. I don't know about you guys, but we always used to wear like Lebanon white for Easter. She's got her little St. Paddy's hat on. Can you see this beautiful little face? And I wanted to ask you guys about this while I'm here. You see that little nose there? She was painted like that, like it's little, sort of little black spots. I don't know if that was supposed to be like a little like realistic dirty nose, or I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to try and cover that myself. If you have any advice. But I always loved her hair. And this now, whatever it is the kind of hair, I'm almost sure it's so soft, it's great hair. I think Mary from Dublin is using it, that did Little King. And she's doing my other Raven, Raven's twin. And by the way guys, I would also like you to help me out for that, because I want her to have a name to match. Her twin Raven now is in America, and I was thinking of like Robin or Wren, like another bird's name. Or if I can't get that, just something that sort of matches with Raven. She's going to be a bit different. She's going to have a, like more dark brown hair, like a little bit lighter, and she's going to have grey eyes instead of like the dark browns. So think about that for me. And Raya Jane hasn't been on much at all. I still haven't had a chance to get out and have a look at the charity shops for get some clothes for her. She's so pretty. She's got that squishy sort of vinyl as well. She has a soft body. Okay, we're back to do another tag. I'm just going to be able to do one in this video, Wendy's from Webbiedolls, because it's quite a long one. It's 11 questions, so please join in everybody. Number 1, how did you find out about Reborns? Well, I knew about Reborns, I think I saw like a program about 20 years ago, and I just thought it was so sad. It was a grandmother, and she lost her little grandson at like 3 days old or something like that, and her husband actually didn't agree with it, and he walked away and everything when he saw the doll made. And I remember thinking, sure, what harm? You know, he should have supported her. Like, it's not as if it was going to harm him in any way. And then it was just recently, I found it on YouTube kind of by accident. And it was our lovely past Laura. I was watching hers, and Crystal, of course. And then I came across Kimberly's Cocoon, and then I just started looking from there, and I was just fascinated. I was going through such a bad time myself, and probably like empty nest syndrome, and I was just trying to get my diagnosis at the time and all of that. So I just thought, like, why not? You know, if it's going to bring you some kind of comfort, and if you could also maybe, I was watching for a few months before I started the channel, and that was really through loneliness as well, to be honest with you, because I thought, you know, just maybe, like, I didn't even really think many people would watch my videos, because I'm not really very, like, different or inspirational about them, you know. But I thought I would just give it a try, and it was just something that really kept me going. So yeah. Number 2, do you prefer a smaller collection or a larger one? Now that's a good one for me, because when I started off, I think the first one was Angel that I got. I just saw it on eBay. I didn't even know about copies then or anything at all, and I thought she just reminded me of my daughter. She was quite reasonably priced, so I just bought her, and I was going to build it up then to like 8, which I will have now when this collection is complete. There's 3 still coming, and that will make 8. But my condition was just getting worse and worse at the time, and they didn't have me on the right tablets. And then I started finding that I couldn't work with the dolls at all. So a couple of them were sold, and some of them were given away to friends. And I still see Raven, thank goodness, all the time. And CJ, who is with my friend Emma in County Down. And yeah, and Rye here, which my wonderful friend Jane then decided to give back to me when my brother suggested that I could have just had, you know, built the nursery different, where I wouldn't have to be, like, I could just nurse and work with the heavier ones on days that I was feeling good, but it didn't mean that I wasn't able to have them there. So thank you once again, Jane, for that. And that's why Ryalda here was renamed Raya Jane. So yeah, so now I want 8 at the moment. That's my lucky number, and I can't promise that it won't go up. I really can't. How many reborn babies do you have? Well, I'm going to have to say that. At the moment, I have actual 1 silicone, which is little D, and then I have 2 silicones. My little monkey Taffy. So that's, I have 5, and 3 to come will be 8. And then my large doll, of course, Ricky Rose, which that's sale actually fell through. And then my granddaughter anyway said that she wanted to keep her, so thank goodness for that. I need to get some clothes for her too, like really. So I have 2 actually on the way, and then the other Raven twin doll ordered, so that will be 8. What is your number 1 favourite sculpt of all time? Well, I still adore the Ariana. And that's why I just never got over Raven. And Trisha and I are like really, really good friends. We've become very, very close. And I'm so thankful to her. And like every time I see her in a video with Raven, the love just pours out of her for that doll. And that's why I'm so, so glad she couldn't be with a better person. And that's why I've decided now I'm getting the Ariana sculpt done again by Mary in Dublin. The same artist, only she's going to be a little bit different, and she's going to be Raven's twin. So yeah, I would say that. Do you have a theme for your reborns? Well, the nursery theme is elephants. I've always loved elephants. As you know, I still need to get, I'm doing a thing at the minute, and I have to get that up on the wall. And then I got a backdrop the other day, like a Disney thing. I want to get that up on the wall. So the nursery still isn't actually finished yet, but the theme is elephants. Number 6. What is your favourite thing to do with your reborns? Well, I love doing the videos, of course, and that's mostly because of friendships and keeping in touch, and I just really, really love it when I get comments back. But I really just love holding them. And this wee woman here, of course, is done after my granddaughter, Aideen. And I love, sometimes I'll have them at night, just when they'll be beside me in the bed, and I just love that. There's just company. And, you know, when I'm going through and trying to watch videos and things like that. So yeah, I love everything about them. Look how cute that face is. So beautiful. Number 7. Do you take a baby when you go on vacation? Well, no. Since this, I haven't really been on vacation. I cancelled my cruise for this year. I was going to take like something really, really small there, which would have been probably Taffy. Little Toots, Taffy Toots, because she's only like 13 inches. But I think I'd be afraid. I wouldn't want all the questions and embarrassment and everything at the airport. I'll probably take one with me now because we're planning a couple of days away. We cancelled our cruise, as I told you. That was supposed to be happening in May. We're going to get a couple of days in Sligo or somewhere like that, which is, we could just drive there probably with my brother and his wife. So I'd probably take one probably with me there. Because nobody will see, nobody will know. So yeah, looking forward to that. Number 8, my lucky number. If you had to choose between an evening out at a large social event or a night at home alone with your Webbiedolls, what would you choose? I'd probably choose a night alone. Just watching videos, commenting on my friends' videos with one on my knee or sitting beside me down the stairs on my recliner or on the bed. I don't do well these days with the large social events. I have weddings coming up and I do love weddings. Like I love seeing my nieces and nephews and everything getting married, and Kevin and Ashley's recently. What a couple, may I just say, and what a wonderful father, wonderful mother. And I think they're going to have another baby very soon. You guys hear me? Get on it already. Now, do you hide your Webbiedolls when people come over? Well, I wouldn't have to hide them because they're up the stairs in the nursery. I don't keep any down the stairs. At odd time, like I might take one down at night and just sit in the chair beside me. So, and as you all know, the Friday Club and everything stopped now anyway too. And no, I didn't really share them with my sisters or anything because they didn't really understand. And yep, nobody really knows about them, so I don't really have to share them. Not many people are in here except the grandchildren. I have the youngest daughter. I can send pictures to her of little Dee. That's about it. You know, maybe at night, or like one of the Webbiedolls if they've just changed their clothes or something like that. But no, fortunately there can't be any discussion about it or anything like that, which I still find very sad and upsetting, but you have to accept these things, don't you? Who is on your wish list for your next baby? Well, I've just said it's the Ariana sculpt, and I'm so glad. Mary Ivory from Dublin. Daisy Irish Reborn Nursery. She's on Facebook, and she said she was able to still find the sculpt for me. So that she's going to do that for me, so that's going to be coming next. Number 11. How do you know when your collection is complete? Or is there such a thing? Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, at the time that I was so ill, and then I had little Dee coming, and you must remember at the time I just did the little monkey Raven, who is now with one of my best friends, two of my best friends, Scott and Jane in England, and they just love her to death. And I sent all the little clothes and everything with her. And she sits with Scott, she sits on the bed with him, and she sits watching TV with him, so I'm really, really glad about that. She's very happy there. And then I had little Dee, and then I really thought at the time that was just going to have to be that. But then I discovered, I mean, little Dee's silicone, she's partial silicone, but she actually ended up quite hard to dress and quite heavy as well. So I thought, you know, what's the difference really? You know? And then when we came up with the idea of changing the nursery and, you know, getting the tripod and maybe doing some where I just had to like sit the dolls on the chair and I was just using the tripod and things like that, or I could just show all of them together sitting on the shelf. So then I decided to build up the collection again. I think you just can't help it, really. There's so many beautiful dolls out there. And like I say, the Ariana sculpt now is supposed to be my last. And people probably do use excuses like, oh, 8 is my lucky number and whatever, but I don't know. I can't, I don't think you could ever say it's really complete. At the minute, I think that all the dolls that I have are going to be like forever dolls. And I really can't say that I wouldn't want more because they're just so great. So, okay, that's it. And it's gone over 14 minutes already. Wendy's tag from Webbiedolls. Please join in, everybody. God bless.